Hey guys, welcome to part 4 of the medium. So now we've got to make our way to the river after we spoke to Thomas and we found Revelation. Obviously, if you just tuned in and haven't seen the other episodes, I'm not going to actually tell you what it is, but it may contain spoilers. So check out part 3, or part 1, and see how it goes. Alright, we're going to make our way to the river. Or the lake. Oh. Very surreal. Ah, it's daylight.
God, this is it. The place from my dream. I've walked this path 1,000 times in my mind. I know every inch of it. But this time, something is different.
Well, definitely feels like we're coming to the end of it. Daylight's a big sign. Nice ambient mood setting. Wonder if you'll get attacked by any more beasts.
I'm getting close. I can feel it. I can feel it so clearly now.
Oh, you survived, so. Question is, who's singing? Oh, we're drawing this out. I can't even run.
Finally made it.
Lillian.
I've been waiting for you, little sister.
Lily, I didn't know. I couldn't remember. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It was better that way. At least you had a life. For a while.
Lillian.
That day when the fire broke out at our house, I made a deal. The part of my soul that was tormented was set loose.
You mean the monster? But why?
To save you. It helped us escape the flames, but in return, I had to set it free. Free to devour. To kill.
An even massacre.
Yes. All those people died so that we could live. And because I lived, so did my demons. Father knew my powers. were too dangerous. He left you at the hospital so you could have a normal life.
And what about you? Did he try to...
No. Maybe he should have. But he couldn't bring himself to do it. Instead, he locked me away. But he only delayed the inevitable. Monster. It got out. And now you're here. You're the only one who can fix this. You. We both share our father's gifts, but also his fate. And the dream.
The dream? All I see is a girl. You. Shot dead. Here, on this pier. Hasn't it already happened?
No. It's not the past you see. The dream. It's what I want to happen.
What?
It all ends in me.
But... No! No!
You can't send a spirit away while the host is still alive. That's why you couldn't destroy the monster. That's why Sadness didn't want to go.
But... You're my sister.
That's why it has to be you. I'm not strong enough. It won't let me. Only you can end this. Only you can fix what our father could not.
Lillian, I can't. Please, don't make me do this.
It's the only way to destroy it. To prevent further bloodshed.
Lily? Oh!
Marianne? What's going on?
Skin suit. No too small. Constricting. Outgrown her. Don't leave her. Suit. Light. Almost gone. Not dark yet. But it's getting there.
There is another way.
Marianne. No.
What is she doing? It changes nothing.
It's like you said. I'm your only chance. Aren't I? You need me. A medium strong enough to sustain you. The others? They only lasted for so long before you broke them down.
Marianne, please. I don't want
Maybe
this.
it's not your choice. Maybe this is my story after all. No! Don't do this!
Please, sister. Set me free.
No! Stay back! Stay back!
It has to be you.
It never stopped.
Finish this.
Only you can end this.
You can't always save everyone. Butterfly.
It all starts with a dead girl.
Well, that ended quickly, didn't it? Family reunions, eh? I suppose might as well just talk about thoughts, I suppose. Well, yeah, controller batteries again. I'd say this, graphics, I can't really say they're bad. They're good. Are they really next gen? Kind of feel like that's more the fault of the whole supposed to be a launch title thing, isn't it? We're all expecting Series X graphics to be revolutionary, and they kind of weren't. They're good, but they're not what we're expecting or we've been sort of told to expect. Story, it's good. Sometimes it's a bit weird to follow. There's a few characters which have been like, how can you say it? Just left in the open. Like, when you first started, you had a different sort of sense what the game was going to be. I think it started strongly, especially in the funeral home. Let me turn this down a bit. There we go. So yeah, it's shadows and stuff. It had me a bit freaked out. The whole being able to communicate with the dead. I really thought I thought it'd be like you'd be sent out to different like scenes and spiritual places like houses and stuff, and have to communicate with the dead and send their souls back. But it was more like a personal story, which I can get, but kind of a bit disappointed because I was hoping there'll be a lot more investigating, like what happened to other people, dealing with their spirits. I'd say it felt like she was just discovering her powers, but then she kept going on about how long she's been living with it for her whole life. So it would have been I think it would have been better to start becoming a medium and then using it as a profession, and then getting cases and going to different places, solving those, and having put more of the personal story as a side story rather than it being the focus. Because this could have been something where this could have been definitely more than one game, and they could have kept this as a series. The dual screen, I really wasn't a huge fan of, seeing two different things at once, because it sort of takes your immersion out, because you're concentrating on one screen and having to flick back between two. It's more of a case of kind of took me out of the atmosphere. I didn't feel freaked out as much as I could have been, especially as the way it was advertised. I felt it would have been a lot more strong if you had the ability to keep swapping in and out of different atmospheres, trying to figure out clues. It definitely would have worked better as an open world. More, we all relay back to how we expected it to be more like Silent Hill. So you had the map, had to go to different places, different puzzles, find different items. That's what I was sort of hoping for, but it's very linear to what I was expecting. Now, not that it's a bad game. It's not a bad game at all. It's just The problem is when you're expecting one thing and it gives you something else which is less than what you're expecting, you often come away from these games feeling a bit disappointed. We've obviously had that previously with other games, which we shall name nameless right now. So, yeah. Gameplay, fixed camera. When you got a fixed camera, it gives you more opportunity to do a lot more of the game, and kind of feel like it wasn't utilized enough with what could have been. They had the ability to have a bigger game, and it wasn't as big as what I was hoping for either. It's pretty much a straight shot between corridors. Hold on, let's see if there's anything else. No, is that it? There we go. The Medium is our biggest and most ambitious game that we've made so far. It's a close and personal project that was years in the making. We poured our souls into it. I'm feeling guilty now. We've made a lot of great memories during development. However, as great as it is to make games, we do what we love with one person in mind, and that's you. Your thoughts mean a lot to us and they make us better developers. This is why we'd love to hear your impression of the Medium. I'll review in a minute. So, yeah, I'll just end on this. There's a lot of potential, and this could have been something where they sort of got away from the sort of developments of Layers of Fear and Blair Witch, where it's pretty much, I know people referring it as a walking simulator, but it kind of is. The puzzles are simple, apart from one or two I failed where it was just my own stupidity, or my forgetfulness that I could actually do something where I completely forgot that I could do it because I haven't been doing it enough, like using the highlight and the sensory discovery button. So puzzles are very simple, go here, pick this up, walk here, do this, put this here, that's it. There wasn't really anything you had to work out. So yeah, what was I talking about? Like the fact that it's third person. So because you're not having to spin the camera, the graphics are set. Like they don't have to worry as much about, I'd say, bugs and stuff where you're trying to spin the camera in different angles, because you literally don't have any camera control. It's just a set path. So in that way, games did it better 20 years ago. Silent Hill, Resident Evil, even the 1996 Resident Evil, it was a lot bigger. I think this game could have benefited a lot more from perhaps some combat, give you a bit more of ways to survive, more threats, because you didn't feel like you're going to die unless you got chased by that demon, and that was like 3 times I can think of. It grabbed me and push a button, you can escape, or it just grabbed you, die, reset, start again, try it again a different way. With other games, you were a lot more under threat. The only time where I felt anxious was when that beast was following me around the hotel, but that only lasted like 5 minutes, and then the rest of the time I was just making my way through the hotel to the next cutscene. If I was to rate this, I don't think you can justify giving it like what some of these reviews are giving, like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5. I'd say it was a good 7 out of 10. It's not a bad game. There wasn't many bugs. There wasn't any bugs, to be honest. It played well, easy to play. You can literally just put this on, play straight through it, play the whole game without any worry. And you could probably do it in a shorter time. I'd probably say you could do it in 2 days. Well, 2-day sessions for me, which is like 3.5 hours each, 4 hours each. Probably do this in about 7-8 hours. But if you know where to go, you could probably speed run it a lot quicker. Like I said, there was some side characters where I wanted to explore more, like the nurse, the little kids, she kept mentioning that were hiding from Sadness, which is obviously her sister's alter spiritual ego, I think. They didn't really dive into anything like that. They didn't. They said, yeah, the demon was responsible for the massacre, but I'd like to know what changed the nurse. Did it possess her to start going crazy? Because when I first thought of it, I just thought the nurse went just crazy because she had a booty call and she was in a relationship, and then the guy finished with her, and then she just went crazy and started killing everyone. It sort of shows you how she her first kill was guessing was Richard, because the way the story played out was Thomas obviously took went inside his psyche in the spiritual realm, killed his inner child, and then he just became, I don't know, like almost non-responsive, and then the nurse ended up taking care of him, and then she killed him. Like, there really wasn't an explanation why she killed him. As far as I can tell, she was in love with him. That's what I could make out. See, it's not very descriptive. Like, it doesn't actually give you a proper clarification. It makes you guess. And sometimes games like this, you just want to clarify, where the character will say, oh, well, she was dating this guy. She ended up killing him. So you're like, oh, okay, I was right. Well, I was wrong. So I think there was a bit of explanation where they just left it in the air. You saw Jack's ghost again, which was her adopted dad, in the ruins, but why he was there, I don't know. How did he end up adopting her? You don't know. I thought that was going to play into it as well. What happened to Thomas? His spirit's like, I can't feel him, but you don't know if he's dead. All you know is that in the dream, or that she talks about, he was the one that killed her, but you don't know what's happened to her. So it's just left those in the air. So is it going to play for a sequel? Did she kill her sister? So there's a lot of little story elements which I think it just needs you just to give you some clarity to it, and then you can just move on. It may be worth playing this again. I won't be playing this again at the moment. Probably again in the future. Probably around Halloween time. And then with my knowledge of how the story plays out, it make me pick up some more story tropes again. Maybe it'll make things a bit clearer. So yeah, I reckon for me it'll be a 7 out of 10. Not a bad game. Just they had the potential to do so much more with their ideas. It was a good idea. I think the split screen, take that out. You don't need the split screen. It takes the immersion out, and it confuses things a bit. I wasn't even freaked out as soon as it went split screen. I was concentrating on one or the other, swapping between the two. So the spirit world, I wasn't even bothered about. I think the ability to walk about and then having to do a puzzle and then switch to the spirit realm to do a puzzle and then having to switch backwards and forwards, not only will make the game longer, but it will give you it will give you more of an insight and more possibilities to explore on puzzles. They should have just let you in the hotel, given you a map, and you had to make your way around it without actually being shown the way to go as well. There was a door I missed, which really annoyed me. It was when I got the bolt cutters. I went and unlocked the door and went straight through, and it went straight to a cutscene, and I had no option to go back. And there was a door which I could have opened with the bolt cutters, so I'm guessing I missed like one item to pick up to get 100% completion. So if you're an achievement hunter, that would piss you off. But I could do that again. Now I know that door's there, I can go back and do it. But like I said, good IP, so much potential. If you're expecting a Silent Hill type game, you're not going to get it with this. It's got the world, it's got the atmosphere, like it can have the atmosphere, and They say it's a horror game, psychological horror. Yeah, I guess so. I'd say more of a paranormal game than a horror game. I really wasn't scared apart from once where I saw sadness in the mirror when I walked back and it freaked me out, just caught me off guard. So it was like, oh my God, there's so much they could have done. They could have, like, at the funeral when they had shadows as you're walking down the corridor, they could, like, spirits, they could have done a lot more shadows and spirits walking about, which would freak you out. Things moving off shelves, they could have had ghosts interacting with objects, making them move about without realizing. Yeah, open world, bit of a more of a map. Could have made the game a hell of a lot longer. And like I said, this could have been a series where, like I said before, was if they didn't worry about her personal story, and she was already a medium, and she was got calls to go out to these different places where there were spirits, and then she had to clear the spirits from places and find out how people were murdered, put all the clues together, and then cleanse the spirit and cleanse the place. Or you had different options to go to different places at once. It could have been a lot better. Then the score would have gone up. But yeah, so I reckon a good solid 7 out of 10. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm probably gonna give a review. I'm not gonna probably say as much as I'm gonna say on there. Actually, let's have a look while we're here. Anyway, see where it takes us. See, it gives you an idea. I think it just takes you to the Xbox site. So I'd say a 4-star. I wouldn't say a 3. There's worse games that will get 3. I'll add a review, and that's it. Alright guys, I'll upload this. It'll probably just be my thoughts on the game and end cutscene. It's a shame. I thought it was going to go on for longer, because when it was like make your way to a lake, I thought, we'll have a good hour and a half. But it was just more like just the last cutscene to the game, which is another missed opportunity. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll be on my next cast.